Hi guys, this is Alex from Maidson Lifestyle. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how to pair a sewing pattern with the high-end designer look. And Vogue just released their collection about last week or the week before. And I actually really liked it. I remember talking to a couple of people from Sewing Pattern Review, and we were kind of trying to put some of these looks together. We figured out a few, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep going. As I had looked at a skirt on a model, on a runway model, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know what this is. So I thought, you know what, I haven't done one of these videos in quite some time. So I thought, now's my chance. I actually like this collection. And guys, if I don't do one of these videos, it's perhaps the collection did not speak out to me. And these videos do take a long time. So if it doesn't speak out to me, I just kind of keep going. And if it does, like this one did, usually I would have to say that the fall and the winter collections, usually there's something in there that I love. So let's go ahead and talk about them. So this is one pattern from, I think, one collection ago or two ago, and I had snapped a picture of it and put it off to the side. But let's look at Vogue 1957. This is an asymmetrical ruffle skirt, and I'm going to say that when I first saw this one, it just like, what? Yeah, no, perhaps not for me. But I did give it a second look, and of course, seeing it on the model, on the runway model, the original design. And, you know, I always think that Carlos from Vogue gives us usually a couple of subtle clues in the pattern cover. And this is actually a design by Alexander Mcqueen, which we know that Carlos loves. And there is the original. And if you look at the original skirt, and guys, I put all of these, a picture of the pattern and where to get the pattern, of course, from the simplicity.com website, but I also include a picture of the actual garment, where to buy it if you want to buy it, just so you can go and look at the real thing up close. So this skirt retails for a little bit over $1,000. So again, $1,000 for a skirt. And it is from Alexander Mcqueen. It is kind of really interesting to see how the gathers are not all over on each tier of the skirt, but just small gathers on each tier on the original skirt. So definitely something to go take a look at. And next up we have Vogue 1984. Guys, at first I thought that this was Alexander Mcqueen because Mcqueen does have a corset top that is very similar and close to this, but someone on Instagram said, go check out Balmain. And sure enough, this is a design from Balmain. I went ahead and put a link on the website. On the runway, it actually has gloves, like full-blown gloves that attach to the sleeve just to become one. But when you actually go to the link for this corset top, which it seems like it has full-blown bust support and the whole 9 yards, it retails for almost $8,000. And again, I put a link on this. Carlos and Vogue Patterns styled this with a pair of black trousers. And talking about black trousers, and guys, talking about trousers with that corset top, if you look at Vogue 1988, that is kind of like a nice little pattern that Carlos put in there. It is for a wide leg trousers, so you can actually match that corset top. Take a look at these trousers from, again, Alexander Mcqueen. It's one of those classic trouser patterns, and I actually think I'm going to get it, guys, because You get two views with this pattern. You get the flat front, which I actually tend to like. And then you also get a view A has those pleats on the side. So if you like to have trousers with pleats on the sides, I usually like something more of a flat front, just to kind of keep things very clean. But again, that's Vogue 1988. And I gave you the link for the trousers from Alexander McQueen. So if you want to match that whole ensemble from Alexander McQueen with a corset top, you sure can. Here is another one. It's Vogue 1983. It's a really beautiful fit and flare pattern. And then you have kind of like these side slits on the bishop sleeves. It is tweed. Again, you have two views. You have a view A with the bishop sleeves and B with a regular sleeve and kind of like a little bit more of an interesting cuff. But this is actually part of Chanel's Fall Winter 23-24 collection. And again, that subtle little clue, it's that light blue tweed, which Chanel is known for a lot of tweed. And it is part of that collection. I actually gave you a link to that dress, which is styled with a couple of tweed camellias in this in the sleeves, and also on the dress. It retails for $11,800. So you have the pattern, so you definitely can go ahead and try to make this your own. And of course, if you have a couple of extra funds, you can also get tweed from Linton Tweeds, which provides a lot of these high-end designers with fabric. So you have a couple of options right there. Talking about Chanel, if you also look at Vogue 1992, it is also a Chanel inspired pattern with the longer jacket and skirt. This is actually look 16 from that same Fall Winter 23-24 collection. And I have to say, if you include this pattern, this is a really nice wardrobe collection pattern. See it right there, kind of like with the tweeds, and you have kind of like those two welt pockets on the side. Of course, if you are going to venture into this pattern, you should be able to tackle welt patterns by now, right? And feel pretty comfortable doing that. But if you don't, you also have Vogue 1993. This is also Chanel inspired from the recent Fall Winter 2023-24 collection. It's a cropped fitted jacket with a pair of trousers. This is look 44 from that same Fall Winter collection from Chanel. There's a couple of differences from the original design to the pattern. You have two buttons on the original design and you have one on this one. It's an easy thing to change, but you'll be happy to know that the original design retails for $7,000 just for the crop jacket. Of course, trousers are additional costs, but it is actually included with the pattern. So again, another great pattern. Just like Vogue 1992, if you get these two patterns, you have an endless ensemble of choices for some sort of like a wardrobe that resembles quite a bit Chanel. So if you love Chanel, Carlos definitely took care of us. Another design, Vogue 1990, kind of looked at this pattern and I thought, I have seen this before. I can't pinpoint it, but I know I put it on Google, coat with side bow, and sure enough, it's Valentino. Valentino had created a collection that was all fuchsia. I don't know if it was like 1 or 2 years ago, but every single dress that came down the runway was in this bright fuchsia color. So sure enough, Vogue 1990, it is a coat inspired by Valentino. And sure enough, again, Carlos gave us a little hint with the color of the design on the pattern cover. This coat is beautiful. It is a double wool. And also, if you look at the back of the coat, you have these beautiful pleats that give the coat shape. So again, a really nice pattern. If you kind of like this design, you can, do away with the bow, which I probably would. It's definitely a detail that does not speak out to me, but BB is beautiful. And guys, if you like these videos, let me know in the comments below, and please give it a thumbs up, because they do take a long amount of time to do. And also pulling pictures and researching and telling you also, right, making sure that this is really that designer. Another pattern that was kind of interesting that he put it in there, because I think we all know about this one just from looking at it. So Vogue 1982, it's a fitted line cape dress, and of course this is by Stella McCartney. This is inspired from Meghan Markle, who has worn this dress in a couple of different lengths now. But yet again, the little subtle clue of that white long dress, if you look at the website for Stella McCartney, which if you go to my website and you look for this blog post, you will get a link on where to go get this dress and see the original. So Meghan Markle usually has worn the blue one, view A, but on the site for Stella McCartney, you can look at view B, the white dress with a line cape. And it retails for $2,200, but it is mostly sold out or in limited availability. So again, fun dress that you could have on your pattern stash if you ever want to make it. It definitely does look interesting. I think that this dress, and perhaps like a beautiful red satin back crepe, would look amazing for the holidays. And now let's look at also Vogue 1985, guys. If you look at that collection from Chanel, the fall winter collection from Chanel, you will see how this pattern is very much inspired in it from a couple of different gowns. And then this collection also had, of course, designs from Rachel Comey, Ron Collins, which actually is designing for men, but he is actually not new to Vogue. He's done some other designs in the past, along with Marcy Tilton and some others. So guys, did I change your mind on this collection? If you're usually like me, you kind of pass it along and go, I don't know if I like any of those designs. But did I change your mind about it now that you saw a couple of those high-end designers match with the sewing patterns? I hope I did. I think Carlos took care of us yet again with this collection. And of course, there's a couple of other vintage reproductions, which I'm actually grabbing a lot of those patterns. Obviously not all of them, but the ones that I feel that I would actually make and wear, because a lot of those vintage patterns have some great instructions, and you actually get to learn some amazing things from them. So definitely don't pass those up. All right, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.